What's going on, everybody? Welcome. And today I want to talk about a very important subject and topic going on right now. And I think you all know what it's about. Recently, it has been reported that Tekashi6Ix9Ine has taken the stand, so to speak, to testify. And it's bringing a lot of controversy, a lot of heat coming out about this. Basically, he has been accused of snitching. All right. Now, before I say anything, I'm just make a disclaimer. I am not a part of any gang. I don't condone any violence. I'm not, I'm not about that life. I'm what is known as a civilian. All right. However, I am someone with some experiences and some knowledge that I think, need to be shared. And I'm gonna tell you like I know and like I've been taught by people that I've known and grew up with who, have also some experiences. And what I know and what I've been schooled on from a youngster is that every game has rules. Okay? Every game has rules. And when you follow those rules, when you're in the game, you play the rules. When you break certain rules, there are consequences. Okay? When it comes to the situation of Tekashi6Ix9Ine testifying and basically, snitching, putting people's names and things and all that stuff, he better know, like you better know, there are consequences to these things. There are rules to the game. When you get into certain things, you got to abide by the rules. If you don't want to abide by those rules and deal with those consequences of breaking those rules, don't be a part of that. Now, we live in a day and age where social media has made a lot of things look glamorous, has made a lot of things look appealing and, make you want to do things and be a part of things that you don't really want to get down with if you know how deep it go. When it comes to certain lifestyles, breaking some of the rules can result in some dire consequences. And because you see it on social media, a lot of folks, mainly young people, think that because it's on social media, it's fun, it's appealing, it's tantalizing, it's titillating, all these things, right? Because you may hear it in a rap song, you may see it trending. Because it's trending, it's fun. I can gain popularity. The new term now is clout. Well, the term being used now, clout's not a new term, but the term being used now is clout. When you gain attention and fame or infamy for doing certain activities simply for the purpose of gaining attention. That's basically the rough definition of clout. The song is they do anything for clout. You do anything for attention. Even if the attention that you seek isn't positive. Certain people will do anything for attention. But forget the fact that certain things that you do have consequences. Well, everything you do has consequences. It's just Certain things have positive consequences and negative consequences. Like I said, every game has rules. And when things get to a certain point and things get a little tight and a little aggressive for you, and you begin to realize that certain actions and certain things you did, they come back to you in a not so positive way, and then you don't want the rules to apply to you, you must remember the rules always apply. As long as you are playing the game, the rules will always apply, and then you will realize that this game is not really a game. When it comes to certain activities, notice I'm not saying the activity. I'm just, when you engage in certain activities, you will realize that these rules apply forever to everyone in the game. Once you say, I want to be a part of this game, there are rules to this, and you say, hey, I'm sticking to the rules of this game, aka I'm sticking to the script. Once you say that, there is no going back. There is no going back. Because you now know that these rules apply forever. So in the case of Tekashi6Ix9ine, it's already been reported that he's put names out that are public names. These aren't just random names of just people that we don't know. He's putting out names of public figures, and now their name is being put into this debacle or this collapse. You start to see who really is, quote unquote, about that life. And no one can say, no one can say that someone didn't tell Tekashi6Ix9ine. There've been plenty of times that we've seen on interviews and videos, etc., of people, aka OGs, who have some knowledge, who have experience, who have been through they've been through the fire, so to speak. They've been there, done that. And they've told him, either privately or publicly, two instances come to mind. The interview on the Breakfast Club, we had DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God telling Tekashi6Ix9ine that the way he's going, if he continues on that route, is going to land him in a predicament that is not going to be beneficial to him. And Fat Joe, the rapper Fat Joe, he had a show where he was also doing an interview with Tekashi6Ix9ine, and Fat Joe gave him specific details of what will happen to him if he goes down if he continues to go down the path he's going. Right? Because anybody who's had some experience, whether personally or they know someone who's dealt with who dealt with that life, so to speak, can kind of see where this is headed, or where this was going to go for him. You can already see it. Anybody who's had some life experience can look at his situation and can tell you, oh yeah, he gonna sing. Because, a lot of folks say what they will do. They down for whatever. They sticking to the script. They sticking to the code. A lot of folks say that until that judge looks him in the face and give him those numbers. When those numbers start getting called out, no matter how hard you are, when them numbers start coming up and they start saying, hit you with the 20, hit you with the 30, or in his case, he was going to potentially get 47 years. When you think about that number, 47 years, I don't think people really comprehend how much time that is in the lifespan of a human being. 47 years. He's probably in he's probably like late teens, early 20s. I would say early 20s. Early 20s. Early 20s plus 47 years. Meaning he's looking at, let's say it's potentially when he's in his 60s and 70s. That is the majority of your life. That is basically close to your entire lifespan. And when people start saying, oh, well, he was being extorted, his girlfriend, blah, 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 his mans, his homeboys. Well, you know what? That also is part of that. When you get into that life, it's a doggy dog world. When you get locked up and all of a sudden you find out your girl is with your homeboy, 9 times out of 10, your homeboy was always checking for your girl, and your girl was just a jump off to get to the next dude who had the juice. At that moment, Tekashi6Ix9Ine had the juice. He had the glow. And his girl or whoever he was with was always gonna go with the dude that had the glow. Until that dude no longer has the glow, and then the next dude up has that glow. She hop off from one glow to another. Hence the term jump off. It's always the case. Because 9 times out of 10, that's how he probably met homegirl. Jump off. He was the guy. He was the charismatic guy. He was the popular one. So she saw that, hopped on, rode it for however long she could ride it, literally and figuratively. He got pinched. He dropping names, picking up quarters and dropping dimes. And she said, okay, well now his run is over. Let me go hop on the next dude with the glow, which is his man's. That's normally how that go. But he was told that when you get into that and you stick to that script, you gotta know. You gotta know. There are rules to this game, especially if you dropping names. There are rules to that. And this is for all the young kids who think that this social media is real life. I'm telling you right now, this social media, this Twitter, this Facebook, this Instagram, this quote unquote clout chasing, this going viral, this trending stuff, it's not real life. On social media, you are only seeing a tiny fraction of a 24-hour span of time. It is not real life. Don't let this Facebook, this Twitter, this Instagram, this Snapchat, all this YouTube stuff, don't let this stuff cloud your mind and got you thinking that, everybody is a hardcore gangster, everybody's a thug, everybody's a real blood or a crip or whatever. Don't let this stuff fool you, because social media is fake. That time is real. Tell you right now, social media is fake. That jail time is real. All right. Like I said, I never been to jail. I never none of that. I don't condone. I never been. However, I've learned through people older than me who have done their thing. They were in that street. They were about that life. All right, they did all that. I got relatives and all that stuff. They were about that life. They did their stuff. So I won't have to. Hove did that. So hopefully you had to go through that. I had OGs pull me to the side and tell me, "Hey, stay away from that. You don't want that. You don't want to be a part of that. Because if you be a part of that, it's rules and consequences that you ain't trying to deal with. I'm trying to leave it alone." All right. When the old heads tell you to leave that alone, leave that alone. All right. Don't let social media gas you up thinking that it's all cool, and all of a sudden you facing 25 and you crying and your mama crying and your baby mama crying and you got your child right there. Your baby mama crying, but on the flip side, she already looking at the next dude. She looking at your homeboy. Your homeboy looking at her, but she crying. She crying for you in the courtroom, and you about to do 25 or 47 or whatever it is you about to do, and about 6 months into your sentence, your baby mama who was so down for you, all of a sudden hopping on the next thing. Trying to tell you right now, let this be a lesson to y'all. Leave that stuff alone. All right, leave it alone. It's no good for you. The streets, the streets don't want it. The streets don't love you. The streets don't love you. Tell you right now. Leave that alone. When them old heads tell you, leave it alone. Yeah. Listen to that Jay-Z line. One day you're cruising in your 7, next day you're sweating, forgetting your lies. Alibis ain't matching up, bullshit catching up. Hit with the recode, they repo your vehicle. Everything was all good just a week ago. About to start bitching, ain't you? Ready to start snitching, ain't you? I forgive you, weak ass, hustling just ain't you? Pay attention to that. All right? Leave it alone, y'all. Let this be a lesson. Let this be a lesson to people who think that this social media stuff is real life. Leave it alone. Okay? Learn from this. Don't be better. Be better. Make smarter decisions. Be better. All right? And understand that there are rules to the game. Every game you play, there's rules to it. You follow the rules, okay. You break the rules, there are consequences. All right? Pay attention. Be careful, be smart. Peace.